What's up, guys? You tuned into another edition of Nays Way. Yeah, it's been almost a week. I'm just checking in because I told you I'm doing so like it's hard. I don't even the boomerangs. I haven't been uploading like I should. So bad. Now I'm punishing myself. But I miss you guys. I just want to check in. I say happy Wednesday. Uh, I know you guys are busy as well. A lot of you doing holiday shopping, trying to manage jobs, families, and have time for yourself. I was just thinking of a day. I was just looking at my phone. I opened up my phone. I don't know how many times your phone hit you with a photo memory, and I got hit with a photo bomb memory, a picture of a car crash that I was in 6 years ago in a whole different car, and I stopped and I said, "Wow, if." Today would have been not today, but a few days ago, I got hit with that car crash memory in my photo from Google, and it said, "Remember this photo memories?" I said, if I didn't walk out of that crash, that a few days ago, this past Sunday would have been the anniversary of my death. That stunned me because I really stood still for a minute, and I had to thank Father, I had to thank Jehovah because. Being from him to have mercy, my angels was watching over me to let me walk away from that. I just want us all here that we're still living and we're alive to know that, be thankful, because you don't know if you're here. So many of us waste time trying to find our purpose, trying to find your purpose. Your purpose is to live. We were created to live, and you can do so much things. Within 6 years, I'm still here. I've learned so much. I've got so much wisdom. I've got so much understanding about life and how things go, and about people, and learning about myself. And I've accomplished so much. That car, I don't have that car. I'm in a new car. I've met new people. I've lost people as well, but I met new people. I'm still making adjustments. I'm still learning, and great investments. I have a lot of things to look forward to, big moves, big changes that, I just want to say that we all are human, and we all experience those days and those times where we just stop, and sometimes we feel like, what's the point? Like, why even bother? If you haven't had one of those days, I don't really think you're human. It doesn't matter how rich you are. Robin Williams, multimillionaire, and his life, his profession as an actor was to make other people laugh. He was a great comedian. I loved his movies. I was raised watching his movies. And then one day suddenly I just was watching the news and they said he committed suicide and that he was battling depression for years. But sometimes people just need to know that dark days, we want to have those dark days, but life, it doesn't have to stay dark. There's always hope. There's always a better day ahead. And there's always so much more for you to do. There's people out here who are crippled, who are still finding joy. There's people out here walking around with cancer, life-threatening illnesses, terminal diseases, and they're still finding joy. So if you was in a bad incident, or if you're sick, even if you're healthy, that's reason alone to just find joy and happiness in that. The radio this morning, a wife was talking about one of these basketball players, JR. He had cheated on her, and she did a 10-minute rant, a prayer, saying to forgive him, for God to forgive him because he's hurting. Cassandra, I think the lady who he cheated on his wife with, she said, pray for her because she's hurting. She said, pray for her. She said, pray for me because I'm hurting. And we all in pain right now. Every one of us is hurting because our husband cheated on her and made the family hurt. And then now that he got found out and he didn't know if he was going to lose his family, he was hurting. So she just asked God to put his hand in their family and to help them heal. And, instead of her, that's a lot of people say, well, I wouldn't pray. If somebody cheated on me, I wouldn't pray for that person. I'll be too mad. Now, you got to go Charlemagne the God on the radio say, I agreed with him on this one. If you got to stop and pray for somebody because they cheated on you, that's strong, because it's either that woman was so in so much hurt that she said, let me say a prayer before I take this man's life, or I take this other woman's life, and I put my own life in jeopardy. Sometimes that's wisdom. And that's her heart being touched. That's a person who really loves God and has a relationship with God. So many times, that's what I'm saying, I learned not to take stuff into my own hands. I fail sometimes. Sometimes I'm not, I don't always make it. Sometimes I let my rage get the best of me. But we got to learn not to internalize things also. For example, a therapist was saying on one of these talk shows how this lady, she was so angry. She was walking around with bottled up rage because she lives in the city and she rides her bike to work, and sometimes these cars would just come and cut her off, and she says, I'll get on my bike and I'm catching up to the car, to the light, so she could have a one-on-one conversation with them and like, you just cut me off, and let them know how offended she was. But what the therapist was trying to tell her, she giving them the bird, throwing up the finger to them, and the cab drivers, she said, after you do all of that, the cab driver's just going to wave you off and say, this crazy so-and-so, and they probably going to offend 17 more other people, because that's their profession. That's what they do. They cut people off and chase fares, and they're chasing money there in the streets. And meanwhile, you're on your bike, and now you're walking around with this hate, and you're walking around with this anger because you want to get them back. But that's what they do. She says, so try this. She was like, when you cough, what do? You go... brace yourself, take it in, and then let it go. Okay, because you cough, you don't cover your mouth. You have that time where you internalize you don't want to let out. She said, you don't want to lash out at anybody. So cover your mouth, catch the germs. She said, and then you let it go, because you're walking around carrying all this stuff. She said, you live in New York. You do know that you can't control all of the crowd, the congestion. She said, do you want to move? She said, because it'll be peaceful. You might be bored. You can move into a town where there's not a lot of people. You won't have to bump into anybody, or everybody bumping into you. She said, well, my life is here. My family's here. She said, well, you're going to have to try to reverse that. She said, when somebody does something to you, try this. She said, somebody's rude to you, bumps you or pushes you or cuts you up, think about it and say, feel sorry for them. Say, wow, I feel sorry this person is so... that they're the ones who are really mad, and they're the ones who really don't have any appreciation for people. That's not a peaceful person walking around being angry and yelling and screaming and bumping into somebody and not saying sorry or cutting someone off. She said, you should feel sorry for them. Say, wow, it's really sad that this human is walking around so mean and so angry, bumping into people and just cutting people off. Or maybe if somebody's rushing and they cut you off, maybe they might have an emergency. I hope they get safely to where they gotta go on time. But sometimes we might have a time when we just gotta get somewhere, and we're not thinking, we're not rationalizing who's in our way. Everyone is in our way until we reach that destination if it's an emergency. So sometimes, she said, let them just have it, and don't fuse yourself with trying to deal with every situation around you that makes you upset, because you can't change that. Those certain variables in life that we can't change. But what we can do is change the way we perceive and process those variables to not let ourselves be so angry. A lot of times I'm very calm. It takes a lot to rile me up. And when I get riled up, everybody thinks I'm, because I'll be bottled up in like a cat, it boils over. But I'm very calm. I have my moments. I lash out and everything. But most times I try not to let myself. I say, yo, if I'm with somebody talking, and I'm saying, yo, just calm down. Because I don't want myself, two people, it's like a catalyst. One person starts, you talking low, then the person with you, their voice escalates. And now you find your voice trying to match their voice, because you feel like you're not being heard. So now you got to match their tone, to inject your voice level up so that you can be heard. And sometimes I just try to keep myself at a pace, level-headed. It doesn't always work. That's why I say, it's things that you can do to try to understand. So I process the person like, wow, why are they just so... why is this person demonstrating this behavior instead of letting them characterize how you're going to react or project their negative energy onto you or what they're doing. Because now they got you feeling like them. You know, it's the same thing. If you ever go somewhere, you be having a happy moment in your life and you got to go to something serious, like God forbid a funeral, and like everybody's so sad, and now you just, for a while, like that whole aura, you know, for you're carrying that around for days, maybe for months, or you go to somewhere with somebody, you go visit somebody and somebody just had a bad argument with somebody and they depressed and they talking to you. You was like, yo, I just had me a great day. I was about to tell you out. You come in and you like, yo, you go visit your friend. You're like, oh yeah, what's happening? Yo, other day I had a nice time. I was this and that. And they're like, yeah, well, at least you had fun, because I've been going through this. And then it's like it brings your mood straight down. See, so sometimes you can take on another person's energy. So just try to process how you handle things, guys. That's all I got for now. I just wanted to catch up on some things. Usually I don't stay this long because I don't want to bore nobody. 20 minutes here for every video. Like if you got over 1,000 followers, 500, you can't watch 10-15 minutes. I mean, you might have a rapport with so many of your followers that they feel like you're not paying attention because you're trying to keep a rapport. But that's why I try to just say, keep my videos short. After you get monetized, YouTube encourages you to do, after you're monetized, they encourage you to do at least 10 minutes or more videos, because those are where you can put a commercial in the beginning, middle, and end if you do a 10-minute video. But if you're not monetized yet, when you want everybody to spread the love, I try to keep my videos short. That's just my personal opinion, because I know I try to watch. My thing is boomerang, so I try to watch as much of you guys as I can, and I want you to watch as much as me as you can. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope I share something valuable, something that you can use. And if you already have something that works for you, drop it down in the comments. Thanks for stopping by again, guys. We're going to keep it going like we've been doing, showing love to each other and growing and just doing that things and spreading love and being a family on YouTube. I love you. Thanks for stopping by again in the place to be on Nay's Way. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I love you.